So a couple months back, a group by the name of Bob Villain, or at least one of the members of this quote unquote two-piece band, stood on a stage at a UK-based festival. I believe it's called the Glastonbury or something of that nature. Anyway, some hippie fest. And he stood up there and he started chanting "Death, Death" to the IDF. Now, the curious thing for me was not just the response after the fact, but was the fact that there were thousands of people in a crowd yelling these very same words back, who I am almost certain don't actually know who the IDF is or who they are, right? Because, see, by that point, I had done a little bit of my due diligence to understand some of the dynamics of what's going on in the Middle East, or at least in the Gaza currently. As opposed to watching 3 TikToks and pretending I'm some sort of geopolitical expert, I actually did deep dives, and I still know that I don't know much about much except for what I've exposed myself to. But what I did know was that the IDF he was speaking of, and that people were essentially regurgitating like a bunch of, trained SEALs, is essentially every able-minded, able-bodied Israeli, right? Except for those woke fools, the equivalent of what we have here, the wokety woke folk on the left, who protest against their own military, etc. And to each their own. But anyway, the IDF, as I've come to know, is every of age male and female. As a matter of fact, I remember back in high school, a young lady by the name of Sarah Langerman. Yeah, if you know, you know. She moved back to Israel, or at least moved to Israel when she was 18, was a part of the IDF. And this is a long time ago, right? This is a while back. This is about a decade or so back. So before October 7th, etc. And, I remember seeing pictures of her on Facebook, and, she had that thing on her. And I said, my goodness, what is this over here? Now, at the time, I didn't know that was the IDF. I didn't know, the nuances of this, but I thought to myself, oh, this is rare. I've never seen anything like this. Now, fast forward, I'm in a place where I now know that the IDF are people like this. And I'm getting somewhere with this one. We're going to get into a video that's going viral right now of, some of the young IDF soldiers being harassed on a beach. But before we get into that, I want to start with this. These are the people that they're talking about when they're chanting "Death to." And I will have to silence that because the music is likely copywritten. Now, of course, this young lady, you might have seen, images of a young lady who looks like this quite often. But the one that really got my attention was her. Imagine if these wokety woke fools saw this young woman right here. Because they see him, they're like, oh, that's a white male. White male. Uh-oh. Did y'all know that existed? But it's an apartheid state. Yeah. An apartheid state where there are millions of Arabs, Muslims, living in that country. Gotcha. Every creed, color, ethnicity is accepted. Gotcha. The only place where Christians are definitely safe in the entirety of the Middle East. Gotcha. That right there is the IDF. Now, I want to bring up another video. And this is one I ran into this morning, and I thought to myself, okay, this is dope. And again, I'm not saying that you don't have, off the wall, wacky individuals in the IDF or, Israelis. You have that everywhere. But since we're in this place of choosing sides, since we're in this place of trying to draw one specific narrative, because some people say, oh, well, you make it like they're perfect people. The Jews are perfect people. No, I've claimed multiple times that there are no perfect people. There is no perfect group of people. Even if you have a larger part of the population who are more righteous than not, you will still have deviants in every single community, period, including in Israel, including the Jewish people. But what has happened is, obviously, as a byproduct of the propaganda machine, is to demonize an entire group of people. And that's dangerous. I don't even step in that territory. And I have a lot to say about Black culture in America and what it has done to much of the black community. And I can even say, look, when it's all said and done, there's a lot of good people that unfortunately are caught up in this, or, you know, or essentially on the outside, but may be considered as being on the inside of that. It is a small group that is having the largest voice. And unfortunately, that has become the mainstream voice. When it comes to the Jewish people, if you could point to one thing they actually did wrong, the thing they actually imposed onto others, is success. Because if you look at the story, it's what? Well, they control the world. They manipulate governments. They manipulate the financial systems. That's been, it's not, oh, they're in the streets massacring each other or other people, etc. That they're out here pushing, dope dealing and degeneracy and things of that nature. It's not that. It's not that. No, you have to make things up. And that's how you know it's an irrational hatred that's been manufactured, because it's been an easy scapegoat for millennia. So anyway, here we go. This is IDF soldiers in the middle of Gaza. Oh, I'm going to have to cut that music out, definitely. With some of the quote-unquote Palestinian children. They're over here cracking up, having a good time, dancing around. Look at them. Getting their shake on. But you'll never see that. You're not supposed to see that, because it is a slap in the face of the propaganda that they're looking to push to you. But those soldiers are the only reason why that entire group of people, including the woke idiots, by the way, we're going to get into that. They're the only reason why those people still have their lives. They're willing to risk their lives so even the people who have the most criticism for them can keep theirs. Just like in the U.S. military. Today I got my new little U.S. shirt on, feeling patriotic. Just like here in the States, as much as you may feel some type of way about the Army and about war or whatever it may be, one thing you can't say is that there aren't men and women who are willing to stand up for yours and I's freedom, who are willing to sacrifice on behalf of us while we get to criticize. I'm just saying, again, you could keep your criticisms. That's your right. Absolutely. And I get that. And they may be valid. Absolutely. But don't ever get that part twisted. If you had nobody who was willing to stand up, well, I think much of the Western world is now figuring out how that would look. So let's go ahead and get into the main video itself here. And I've not watched this through, so don't mind me if I, stop, start and things of that nature, because I'm reacting in real time. Most of these videos I have not seen throughout. I've just seen subject matter, something I want to get into, do a deep dive on, and I'll bring those for context cue. So let's go ahead and get into this.
You went to Gaza, right? You went to Gaza and you fought children? Killed children in Gaza? You killed children in Gaza?
Actually, without consent, you're not allowed to record our
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you also go to Gaza and kill some children? You did not go? How about you? You went to Gaza?
Yeah.
Yeah? As a soldier?
As a soldier.
He went to Gaza and had
That's
to tell the
amazing.
parents
Tell
about all the children that you're...
He went to Gaza and protected your ungrateful ass. That's what he did. He went to Gaza and likely almost lost his life so your ass could be at the beach chilling.
people killed.
Oh, you have an Israeli map. Oh, that's nice. Listen, I've been in Gaza and my brother is right there now. If you want to see a picture of him over there right now,
Oh, please
I
show
can
me
show
a
you what
picture.
is going on right now.
Please show me a picture of your brother in Gaza. Please do. Please. The world wants to see your faces. The world does want to see your faces.
That's me.
That's you.
Yeah.
You've been to Gaza. Are you proud of what you did?
I'm proud of serving my country.
Serving your country. What did you serve? Who did you serve?
My country.
Do you think this makes your country safer?
Absolutely, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You think killing other people and radical...
Let me break this one down for some of the folks who are not caught up. October 7th, Israel is attacked. Not Israel. Innocent people, kids, at a festival. Put it into real context for you, right? Because when you say Israel, again, people already have this image painted in their head of, oh, Bibi Netanyahu, right? And we're going to get into Bibi because we're going to get into Bibi. Trust me. In a separate video, I got a banger coming for y'all. So, innocent people are slaughtered. They're saying from 12 to 1,500, 1,000, more than 1,000 people are massacred. 250 are taken, kidnapped. Hundreds are assaulted, are R-worded by these savages known as Hamas, who were chosen by the so-called Palestinian people. Now, there are obviously those who consider themselves to be quote-unquote Palestinian who don't support Hamas, but the majority does. Now, the reason this group did that is for one simple reason. Because it's what they do. But, well, why did they attack? Well, what did the Jew do? No. Their doctrine states, their law, their equivalent of a Bible, the Quran, states a few dozen times that Israel must be eradicated. No mention of Palestine in there, which is interesting. But upwards to 46 times in that book, 42, 46 times, it mentions how these people, the Israelis, the Jews, must be eradicated. That's their book. That's their law. That's their dogma. That's who they are. Now, they weren't born that, but they were brainwashed. Now, they weren't born that, but they were programmed and conditioned, and they perpetuated that. And they live by that doctrine, and they execute on that doctrine. That's what that's about. And once they're done with them, then it's the rest of us as the infidels. It's the rest of us in Western civilization. It's the rest of us who will not submit and bow the knee. We become the next target. We have been the target. So, this young man right here, he sacrifices his life so that idiots, fools, spoiled and entitled wackos get to live freely and criticize the very thing that is protecting you.
Other people by killing them makes your people safer.
What happened in the 7th of October, then like 15,000.
What about the over 70 years before October 7th, where your people have oppressed my people?
Outer walls that
Oh, this is even better than I imagined. I thought this was just a woke idiot. This is a quote unquote Palestinian woman on a beachfront, likely in Tel Aviv, I'm guessing, but somewhere in Israel. Lady, this is when I get to that point of just questioning the entire idea of IQ, right? I tend to not go too deep into that, but sometimes you have to investigate the validity of, are some people just that thick? They're just that dumb. You're living in Israel as a quote unquote Palestinian, as a Gazan, walking freely on the beach, likely in a bathing suit, Something that you could not do in the place that you're currently looking to defend. You cannot make this stuff up.
Tell me.
Listen. Would you please just sit and have a conversation?
Have a conversation with a soldier?
Me.
With you? Why?
Just because.
For what?
Just because I want to talk.
Want to talk about what?
Just discuss.
He's talking about October 7th going to Gaza and killing children, beheading babies.
But I didn't.
The level of gaslighting that the world has fallen under is disgusting. I will give Hamas credit for one thing. The effectiveness of their propaganda has been unmatched. I have never seen anything like this. The taking of children's lives, beheading of children.
Have you been there? No, right?
Excuse me.
You haven't been.
I cannot. That's why, because your people are not letting me go to Gaza.
You know why you
You
can't
tell
go
me why I can't
Because
go.
if you go there right now, as you look right now, they're gonna slaughter you.
No, that is not
Yeah.
true. That's
Yeah,
not
I
true.
knew it.
And
Talk
to
about
say
it.
that because I can't stand there in a bikini. No, you listen to me when you say something. Because I can't stand there in a
Please don't
bikini.
snap in my
I am.
face. Please,
Are you serious right now?
You're being ridiculous.
You can
right
either
now.
stay out of the conversation or be a part of the
I don't know
political
why you're
conversation.
She sounds American. Did y'all pick that up? Y'all probably picked that up way before I did. She sounds like she was raised in America. She's an entitled lefty in America who raises the quote unquote Palestinian flag and cries out about something she has no idea about, then goes to the people and acts as if she knows more than them. There is nothing more vile than this sort of creature here. Well, there is, and it's called, the jihadists themselves, but close to them, very close. And it's a close second is the leftist with these sort of ideas. And I'll throw in the neo-schmazis in there and the rest of the bunch. They are all depraved humans. But to have the level of hubris, to have the level of haughtiness in your spirit to where you can come to the people's nation freely walking in your little scantily clad. You've never stepped foot in the so-called land that you claim, where they would look at you as the infidel. You. This is the gaze for Gaza. That's what this is.
I could.
I don't know why
He recorded me and I came back.
Picture of the star that you went
He
and
can
you felt
record.
like
You
you
know
come
what?
all the way
Stay
over
the fuck
here.
out of this, honestly.
Don't speak to me that way.
Okay, that's
I
okay.
don't know why you're coming over here making a big deal.
You're
like there's a
saying-
star in the sand and
You're
that's going
saying
right on it.
that because I cannot wear this
No, you can't.
in
No,
Gaza,
not this one. This.
I understand.
You
Because
think-
I can't wear a bikini in Gaza, that makes you.
This dude is so chill. Like he got ice in his veins. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to you because I just might not be built for that specific type of conversation. We're taking things down to the granular. We're going to focus in on that and we're going to test your theory. Let's take a little drive. We're not too far. Let's take a little drive. Let's make our way over. Let's see how it goes for both of us.
Get the right to kill my people. Is that true?
She's recording us and yelling at us.
Without no permission, I don't know.
There are IDF soldiers and they kill people in Gaza.
What's problem? What's the
And he
problem?
started filming me.
Let's not.
He started filming
I'm
me.
sitting at the beach with my friends.
alright.
Coming over here and
I was
guys
there.
just
I
like
wanted to
to
free Palestine.
record
He came
What the hell is Charlie doing there? Is that your girl, Charlie? Man, you need to get control of this situation, buddy.
to me. He insulted me. And
Insulted you.
yeah.
How
And
the
then
fuck did I insult you? Would you please see? I
I
just.
don't want to sit and talk
I
to you.
draw my.
Why would I want to talk to you guys? You guys have killed my people. You're killing children. Or you're sitting with people who kill children. Is that cool for you?
How do you know that? How do you know that I really been through Gaza?
Because you said it. Oh, I'm sorry. Are you a liar then?
You said it, it's your country.
Yeah, so
Just please.
you filmed me in my face and I have the right to do the same thing. Yes, I have. Show me your face.
Okay, I might be wrong on location. This might be in the States. And if that's the case, Infinitely worse. The arrogance has gone from here to here. We all have full-blown liberal exhaustion, all of them. The whites, the blacks, the reds, the greens, the blues, the bull nose ring, all of it. We are tired. We're tired. We're exhausted. I got my blood pressure up.
I don't have to.
Yes, you can prove to me that you haven't filmed me. I saw that you filmed me.
Right now.
Yes, I am filming you right now.
Yeah, man, I just draw my symbol of my country. That's it. That's
That's
my
not the
country.
symbol of your
That's
country.
the symbol of my
I can
religion.
see. Yes, and this religion needs to be protected, and your people are doing everything to kill your own people. This is not about religion, and you're acting like it is.
What? Oh, yeah. I think she missed out on some of the core foundational elements of the Quran. It is not about religion, while the entire premise of this war, of every single attack that's come from these people, has been religious. Literally. That's the actual biggest problem about this, by the way. That's the reason why there is no surrender for them, because it is religious. It's a holy war in their eyes.
Boyfriend.
It's not my boyfriend. You need to shut
Whatever
up.
it is, just please.
Yeah, good. Like, please just continue to move. Man, this dude he's got ice in his veins. Yeah, it would have been a real different situation with myself. It would have been a real different situation with myself. I would have started naming names, events, on days. This happened on the. I would have started breaking it down to a molecular level, because these people believe themselves to be so damn smart. They know more than the expert about that expert's field than they do. That's them. This is the Dave Smith syndrome right here, right? The guy who's been there, studied, learned under the people, stepped foot where the conflict is, written a book in the last 2 years about the subject, has spoken to every expert on the matter. That guy is now seen as being less competent in this field than a pretend comedian. That's what we have going on here. A man who was on the battlefield is being told by a privileged American. I can't even claim him. Wash them, cleanse them of America. They hate America anyway. Cleanse them of it. Wash them anew from America, because we don't want them. We don't claim them at all. They are the opposite, the antithesis. They are what Thomas Jefferson spoke in opposition of when he said that the price of freedom is eternal vigilance. He was talking about those whack jobs. You got to keep your eye on them, because they're after what we have fought so hard for, what we work so hard for. My goodness. Yeah, this one got me going. But shout out to all the folks out there who are risking their lives for the greater good in spite of damn near half the world talking out their backsides about something they've never experienced before. There's a meme that's been going viral as of late. And it's basically of like this, I guess, a dam of sort. And the wall that's holding up the water from flooding the other area is Israel. And you have Islam on the other side. And you have the Western civilization or Western world on the non basically flooded side. That is probably the most accurate depiction, because I believe Israel is the only one. The only one who's had that level of exposure to the danger of jihad, militarized Islam, they're the only ones who've gotten to see it up front in that personal of a way. We have in the United States, we forgot. And we also, we have 1,000 stories about it. Well, it was an inside job. It was actually the Jews, all this sort of stuff, right? If we look clearly, we got it 24 years ago. But unfortunately, it takes for these people who are being crucified in the court of public opinion to actually do something about it. And watch them step out the way. Watch one day they say, okay, now whose fight is it? I want to see that girl right there. I want to see her do something because she loves to run her mouth. So I want to see her do something for her people. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Now, if you'd like to stay around, make sure to click that little subscribe button down there, or you can show some love by going to the description below and clicking on the button titled Buy Me a Coffee. Leave a little something there, or click on the Cash App. Leave a little something here. Till the next time, peace. Aquarius. Where?
I've been up for hours, I've been up for days, you staring at the ceiling, I've been counting strays, you I've been in my feelings, I've been out of mind, I've been getting visions of the other kind. I've been up for weeks, I'm in the counting blessings over counting sheep. I can never be the type to limit when it comes to me. I used to be the pleaser for the people.